When you walk into a hospital, you put your life in the hands of doctors, surgeons, and nurses, experts with years of experience in their field. But would you be as comfortable putting your life in the hands of a machine? What happens when we start letting robots make life or death decisions? And at what point do machines have even more power than humans? Over the past decade, technology has advanced at a superhuman rate, with artificial intelligence now the phrase on everybody's lips. Machines that can, quite literally, think for themselves. Every day, businesses all over the world use this automation to carry out tasks, saving time, money, and resources, sending out emails, answering phones, providing customer support. But what about life support? By 2025, as many as 97 million people are expected to work in the AI sector. Just 1 year later, the AI market is forecast to reach $299 billion. However, one study has found that the majority of people expect AI to have a negative impact on day-to-day life. One of the biggest worries revolves around the irresponsible use of the technology, with 72% expressing those concerns. We have all seen Hollywood films like I, Robot. The machines always start out serving the needs of humanity, helping little old ladies cross the road until their eyes start glowing red and everything takes a turn for the worse. Let's take a look at the classic trolley problem. A train is racing down the tracks at top speed. A child is stuck between the wooden planks and can't break free. You have the power to switch the train to a second track, but there we have a parked car filled with 4 adults. What do you do? If you allow the train to continue, are you responsible for what happens to the child? That was always the original outcome, right? But is your lack of intervention a decision in itself? And if you change the path of the train, have you saved a life or have you condemned 3 more? The trolley problem has long since been debated as a classic measure of human morals, and the answer will likely differ depending on who you ask. But how do machines deal with the same problems? What happens if you ask a machine to decide between a 2-year-old child and 2 99-year-old people? Although humanity has developed a written code over the years, with each country having its own set of laws, we also experience a series of unwritten rules every single day. These are ethics and morals. There is no law that says you have to hold the door open for the disabled man behind you, but ethics and morals would deem it the right thing to do. If you put a machine in the same situation, would it be able to follow a moral code, or would it act based purely on statistics and basic programming? Artificial intelligence will probably be able to mimic human morality in the near future. The problem falls within the blurred lines. Whose human morality? A machine learns based on what it is programmed to do. One could argue that morals and ethics are like fingerprints, and each person has their own set. A machine programmed to follow the morals of someone in Europe may be completely different to the ethics in South America. Or a set of Christian morals may be completely different to those of an atheist. The very definition of morality is the principles concerning the distinction between right and wrong, or good and bad behavior. That sounds like a very human thing. The essence of right versus wrong, and perhaps humans should think twice before handing that right, that responsibility, over to a non-human entity. There is a reason 66% of people told one survey they are worried about a lack of empathy in AI. It becomes a base of balancing automation with human judgment, on perhaps the most sensitive scale we have ever seen. Too much weight on one side could bring it all crashing down, sending us into the matrix. AI incidents are projected to spike this year. In 2006, the AI incident database recorded just 1 mistake, near miss, or critical incident caused by AI. In 2023, that figure is expected to hit 135. One study has even linked increased mortality rates among US adults to AI machines taking our jobs. But AI does have some practical applications in the modern world, applications that improve efficiency and productivity without taking the control away from human morality. In disaster response situations, AI can be used to study satellite images and analyze infrastructure damage to determine the severity at a far faster rate. Robots and drones can be used to assist in search and rescue, especially in areas that are too dangerous to explore on foot. AI can even be used to better predict some disasters before they even occur. In the military, AI funding is on the up in a dramatic way. In truth, a lot of its applications are likely classified, and we may never know the true extent of how much we depend on it overseas. What we do know is that drones are used to survey, monitor, communicate threats, and even carry out attacks, all without the need to put a soldier at risk. Some military vehicles include AI technology that provides information on the surrounding terrain to ensure a safe journey. The idea is to increase safety for soldiers, improve decision-making, and reduce the need for human labor. In medicine, systems are being designed to diagnose disease from scans alone. For example, cancers can be detected at earlier stages, thus increasing the chance of positive treatment. AI is also being used in IVF screening processes to determine how likely it is for a fertilized embryo to actually result in a pregnancy. What about autonomous vehicles and the Elon Musks of the world? It seems that with each passing year, we get closer and closer to widely available driverless cars. This could make transport far more accessible to those who are unable to operate a vehicle on their own. AI technology could also improve safety if it is able to advance beyond human reaction time and decision-making. But with every application comes a question, and every positive has a negative shadow. In a disaster response scenario, how will the AI choose who should be saved first? With military applications, does using drone warfare make it too easy to kill without consequence? After all, Musk has already warned that AI could lead to World War III. In medicine, if a machine makes a mistake that costs a life, who is responsible for that mistake? How transparent will hospitals be when they tell family members what happened? And how will autonomous vehicles deal with life and death situations? What happens if a real-life trolley problem takes place? One study found that 65% of respondents were concerned about a lack of transparency surrounding AI. There is a distinct difference between taking advantage of artificial intelligence and completely relying on artificial intelligence. The technology is there to advance and improve the way we protect human life, but the word human should always be at the forefront of every decision. Otherwise, where does the person stop and the machine begin? Where is the accountability for poor decisions? Harrison Ford won't be able to take down all the replicants on his own, after all.
I'm increasingly inclined to think that there should be some regulatory oversight, maybe at the national and international level, just to make sure that we don't do something very foolish. I mean, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon.